Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Thank you for growing, period. Because if we don't grow, we'll die. We'll die without the light of God. We'll die without love. So thank you for growing. I love the sound of outside. I love just the sound of it, just sitting outside. That's why on this podcast, instead of foolishness and sponsors and different things, you will hear the sound of outside, the sound of birds. You know, when I can be out, when the weather permits, that'll be my background music. You know, because that's what motivates me. I remember when I was in federal prison, I remember walking the track, and I walked the track, but we could hear the sound of outside. See, you take a lot of things for granted when God put you in a quiet place. When God put you in a quiet place, that can mean sickness, that can mean jail, that can mean a position where you were unable to do anything but hear the voice of God. And you don't want to be in that. That's why I'm trying to catch you before you get there. I don't want you to be any further oppressed than what we already are. That's why I'm trying to help some folks. So if you know somebody talented and lost, or somebody that needs some heads up, send them to me. The African Queen, it's African spirituality. It's deep. And I'm going to tell you something. Religion is about money and control. I'm going to get on a couple of topics here, but religion is about money and control. That's why what's going on with this Catholic Church, why they telling folks who you can and can't love. But I'm going to tell you some things now. Now, I'm going to be real with you. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. What's going on with the Catholic Church is the obvious that homosexuality is against creation. It is. It's against creation. However, we are not the judges. We are not the people who are to be the ones who are supposed to judge. Every tub got to sit on its own bottom. Let people let people be who they want to be. Let them be who they want to be with. We are here to love. We carry a cross of love. That's the cross that we carry. God commands us to love. Now, listen to this. You may not agree with their lifestyle. I may not agree. They're like, I got family members. I don't agree with how they do with this chaos, negativity, and drama. So I don't fool with them. I leave them alone. So there you go. But see, God commands us to love, not discriminate, not hate. We not here to hate. We are not the judges. The judges are in the afterlife and see the different things that's going on in the Catholic Church, are going to be judged against it. It's within itself. It's some different evil that's going on within that. You don't hate. You don't discriminate. Love drives out hate. And God commands us to love. God is love. So we supposed to love regardless. I love you. But hey, I may not fool with you, but I'm going to leave you alone. But I love you regardless. I don't hold any hatred, against anyone. I forgiven. Even what has happened to my ancestors, I forgave that. Once I came to a point, because I held on, of course, we hold on to that grudge and all of that animosity, but we got to come to a point and realize that we are a people. We are a nation. We are one nation under God. We really, truly are. And we are to love as God commands. We all got a heart. That's why denomination don't matter. That's why I tell you that, because it really don't. Religion is about money and control, trying to control somebody. That's just like what the Catholic Church is doing. They want to control people. Tell them who they can and can't be with. You can't do this and you can't do. Let people be who they want to be. And then they will give an account to God themselves, for their own life, their own heart, their own actions, their own deeds. You are not the judge. That's what I'm telling you. The judges are in the afterlife. There's a big ball of confusion that we living in. The temptation was giving us some wisdom. This is a big ball of confusion. Everybody all messed up all over the world. Evil has taken over the world. But I'm going to tell you something, honey. There is a greater force than the evil that is driving this world. There is a force behind me. It's African spirituality, really. It's God and it's the ancestors that are driving this movement from the depths of you might as well say the pits of hell, because that's what that haunted house was. Because I was in the pits of hell, terrified. I didn't even have my husband on my side. Come to find out, my husband is a narcissist, and will tell you so himself. Is proud of it, and don't care who knows, judge nobody, don't care. He would tell you. And so come to find out, I'm truly sleeping with the enemy in there. You don't sleep with the enemy. This man don't even care about me. And now I have to. My daughter done got to where she, it don't trust people and different things because of his actions, because of what he done. And these narcissistic people, I'm getting ready to out this behavior. Talk about outing folks. I'm getting ready to out this behavior because they going to stop destroying people. Having folks committing suicide. That's what a lot of suicide is behind. It's behind something that somebody done to somebody, some evil. Just like that girl who text that boy and told him to kill himself. That's narcissistic behavior. When you can't control someone, you destroy them. You'll take anything. You'll use anything. That's why I tell you, stop telling your secrets. Stop telling things. You ain't got to tell nobody. Tell it to God. See, the beloved ancestors are all around you. There are spiritual guides that are around you. They are not resting. Tell it to them. Tell it to your beloved who's dearly departed, who you feel around you. She there. Be looking for dimes. Be looking for birds. Birds are signs from ancestors. They truly, truly are. Birds of a feather flock together and they flock in love. Birds may have a little falling out and bicker, but I'm going to tell you something. They going to fly off together, honey. Birds of a feather flock together. All different kind of birds come together in love, in different colors, different kind. You see, you always bird watching. You see birds come together. That's what they do. They're ancestors. They are sent by the ancestors. And they're a spiritual sign from God. They truly are. And people who kill birds are evil. And who it's just evil that's on this earth. I can tell you a whole lot of stuff, honey. It's real deep. But one thing we need to know, we need to make sure our heart is in the right place. We need to do a heart checkup. Check your heart. Make sure it's in the right place. Don't be judging folks. You may need to quit going to church. Because, see, a lot of the spiritual warfare is within the church. And how much money you got. And how you got to come up in there looking. Because I'm going to tell you something, honey. You ain't getting no brownie points with God just because you got the best dressed suit in church. I'm going to tell you that. And that is a fact. You ain't getting no brownie points by being on the praise and worship team, and you the lead singer, and you out front, Diana Ross and the Supremes behind you. Whatever you got going on, you ain't getting in heaven that way, honey, and you ain't getting in heaven by all of the money you paying. I'm telling you something. Your idea of heaven is not really what it is. It's not that, and your idea of hell is not what it is. I've been in touch with the other side, and I know exactly what's going on. It's some soul catchers waiting, and they will condemn those who have done evil on this earth. I lived with some evil spirits in that haunted house. Came face to face with them. Right there. They manifested themselves in front of me and my children. And my grandbaby. I got pictures of them. He seen them. They did different things. They threw my dog down the stairs. I'm telling you, they ran water in the house. The house survived the fire back in the 70s. It was a whole lot of different things going on, but the thing of it is, God gives us a sense of power. He don't give us a sense of of fear. We walk in power. We are royalty. And that's another thing I'm getting ready to tell you. Remember the OJs had a song, Message in the Music. It is a message in the music. The music has become a derivative of evil. Sending these evil messages in these heads of these young people, and people want to live. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you something. That's all he liked to listen to was that evil, hateful music. But I would tune it out. I wouldn't listen to that. That's how I found out about the boy want to get a girl a Molly. He loves stuff like that. That evil. And I'm like, you almost 6 years old, and this is what you like to listen to. And anytime I got to control the music, I turned it to some old stuff. That music with the love, the message in the music, the good message, the positive message. Back then, they were trying to tell us to overcome with love. They were telling us to act right. They were telling us to get right. It really truly was a message in the music. It was about love. It wasn't about denigrating us as a people. I'm going to tell you something. You are an African king and you are an African queen. You are not what they say you are in that music. And then you are not what they said you are the last time they saw you, the last time they looked at you, the last time they heard about you, and what they said you was going to be, and what they said you wasn't going to never be. You are not that. You are royalty. You are not the N word. You ain't none of that. Cause I ain't even gonna say it because you ain't none of that. That's how we gonna do it. And you are not the definition of black. Don't listen to that hateful music. Don't be a part of that because it's a message there. And the hidden message is to kill one another, to down one another, to hate one another, to call the woman the B, to call the man the N. Let me go around here and get this in. See, I'll never tell you that you getting ready to be set up for some federal time. They'll never tell you that you getting ready to go and meet judgment once you leave here. And your judgment for hating, killing on your brother is really bad. It's gonna be real bad. I'm telling you something. It's worse than what you even thought about with a hell. It's a tormented hell. It's a tormented soul. You could be a tormented soul on this earth. You both know some people like that, tormenting people just here just to cause hell, problems, chaos, negativity, drama. That's all they love to do. Soon as you see them, such. That's the first thing. They don't even give you time to say God is good, cause they first come out blabbering something about somebody. You know who they are. We all know somebody like that. See, that's why I'm trying to tell you to avoid, because see, that'll pull you on down in some mess, in some chaos, negativity, and drama. Set up and fall for the traps. You'll fall. I'm telling you, you fall by the wayside. There you go. That's why we got to stop listening to this hateful music. We do. We got to stop listening to this hateful music. I'm telling you something. When it comes to God and my people, I get excited. I get riled up. It's the preacher in me, and it's also the African queen in me, because her soul visits me and speaks to the people. I could be sitting there typing. I don't know what I'm typing. It's just like I'm watching somebody else typing the words, because it's wisdom and it's coming from the ancestors. It's not coming through me. I'm just a 54-year-old preacher. I was preaching Christianity until I moved in that haunted house, and them good spirits helped me overcome the evil spirits in that house, because I was terrified, honey, running out of there with my shoes in my hand, screaming. Oh, I was terrified in there. I was scared, and then dealing with an evil man on top of that. What number God that got me through that, because I put my all in my marriage. I truly did. And he made me think I was crazy. And he wound up being a narcissist and finally admitted it to me. So that's why I'm telling you, we finna out these people. These the ones getting ready to be outed. And the Catholic Church, I'm gonna let them know too. You can't tell people who to love. Who are you? Who told you who you can love? Who told you? Did somebody tell you supposed to marry be you? Who told you that? Who told you can eat this? Who told you can't sit up and tell nobody what they can and can't do as far as they life. We live under law and order. I mean, true law and order, not the foolishness that this last Vlad administration was talking about. No, we live under a true law and order where people know how to act right. Where the Proud Boys at now? Where they at now? They ain't so proud right now. See, I got a message to give to them too. And these people who call themselves white supremacy, they not supreme over nobody. They been believing a 400-year lie. But we growing over this oppression. We rising to be our greatness in God. Love drives out hate. I love you, people. I love you. Raise your head up unless you looking for money. God bless you, and the beloved ancestors keep you.